Oh, it's Bob. Oh, it's Splunky. Again. Which I have vague memories of playing yesterday morning. I wish. Just got out of work. I don't even know what time it is. Midnight. Oh, it's taking a long time to load. It's not ambient time. That doesn't seem right. Let's try it again. I wonder if it's not reading from the card. I mean, surely it wouldn't get that far if it were straight up broken, right? No. Wait. Wait, what? Wait, what is... Am I not connected to the internet? My Wi-Fi was kind of farting out. Oh yeah, I was YouTubing yesterday. Thank God for stream recordings, or else I'd have like multi-hour gaps in my life I could not account for. I feel like the Wi-Fi is not working. But I feel like... well, maybe it is. The internet's working. I was like able to get my license. Ha ha ha! Ha ha! Ha ha! Ha ha! Ha! No. No. I wasn't. Would you like to know why I couldn't get my license? Oh, don't worry. I'll tell you. It was because the medical paperwork I submitted, A, from my doctor, B, from my psychiatrist, and C, a separate letter saying that no, I'm not a drug addict, actually. Which is debatable, but regardless, did not line up. How did they not line up? Well, the psychiatry form had a diagnosis of insomnia. The PCP form did not mention insomnia. Additionally, the PCP's form wrote out the drugs in their trade name for things I'm prescribed, and the psychiatry form wrote them out in generic name. And apparently you can't do that. So that's why. Also, apparently, they did not list every single diagnosis on the risk of recidivism, are you a drug addict form. Whereas I guess it was written on like one form or the other, but not all of them at the same time. And that's why. So now I have to wait another 15 days to have another phone call so they can maybe say, oh, good job, you actually did everything. Your doctors use the generic and brand names all the time. Yeah, well, your doctors probably like went to school in some capacity, which I highly doubt a lot of these DMV people did. And the woman's like, oh, well, it's like if you wrote Tylenol on one and paracetamol on the other. Like, people aren't gonna know what it is. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, who cares? That's not the point. You know, the information's there. It doesn't have any relevance to anything. You know, like, if you don't know or you don't want to look it up, like, that's not the fault of... Why is this taking so long to load? But yeah, like, it's so goddamn aggravating. And, like, I work late every day now, which I'm going to be doing for, I guess, the rest of the month. And, like, man, it is a drag to, like, have to spend on ride shares or some other way to get home at midnight. All because, like, oh, they didn't write everything on the form. And, like, it's all little things like that. Like, there were a couple other bits. Like, my psychiatrist put on the form, like, actually, if you take all these medications, it might not be good to drive. Which, like, yeah, fair. You probably should not pop a bunch of Ambiens and drive, which I've never done. But regardless, the fact that you can theoretically not do that because it's bad means that that form is, like, void immediately. And she essentially said over the phone, oh, you have to get these resubmitted and have him say, yes, you're okay to drive with these prescriptions. Which, like, okay, then why is this taking so long to load, dude? So, like, why even have them fill out the form if you're only going to take one of the answers? Why not just say, you know, you put what you'd like it to say. You know, why am I bothering with any of it? Like, it's so aggravating. And, like, for what? So, yeah, maybe I'll be able to drive by the end of the month. But I'm certain they're gonna find some other reason to complain. What? Oh, why is this? Oh, she's dead. Oops. Yeah, I'm really committed to my walking life. Yeah, I know, because, like, the PCP is going to have different concerns than the psychiatrists are going to have, and they prescribe different things, and, like, like, who cares? Like, not everything one doctor does is relevant to the other one, and if that's the case, that you need it that badly, then, like, say it somewhere. Or have, like, the previous hearing say, oh, actually, these all need to be the same. Or literally anything. And the forms aren't even the same form. You know, one's like, oh, well, put the DSM and ICD diagnoses, and the other one's just, like, list all the things. And... sort of pain in the ass. And I'm gonna complain about that all day, because it was, like, the only thing on my brain until the call happened, which immediately started out in, like, a sour note of, oh, I see you submitted things here for the hearing, but none of them are actually relevant to what we're looking for. And it's like, no, I submitted them via email. You didn't look for that. And then eventually they find it. He's like, oh, I don't want to look through the emails because it's a big shared email box and it takes time to go through. Like, oh, sorry. Anyway, everything is bad and we live in hell. Yeah, really, you know, just plop in my name. It takes all of 2 seconds. Also, that's your job. I feel like something is not right with the Vita. It should not be taking this long to load. I hope the card's not failing. I need my Persona 4 save. My Vita popped an Ambien. I didn't pop an Ambien today, though. That was yesterday. Today I will remember things. If Vita dies, I die in real life. It's true. It does mean life. Yeah, officially not addicted. That's also true. You know, I needed to, like, maintain effectiveness and not just get incredibly tolerated. Also, I got that paperback that I did not think was very good, and they have requested that I review it for, I guess, the 5th time. So truly nothing advances. I'm going to be mired in the same problems for the rest of my life. The only reviewer that wrote anything about it. Oh no, I've never beaten this game. I've just played it. I just wrote the whole paper. It's true. You know, all my feedback is like, this doesn't make any sense. This should be rewritten to yada yada, whatever example sentence. Like, I wrote it for you, just change it to this. The things you have written do not make sense, but I've rewritten them for you. Oh, I blew that man up, didn't I? Oh. What? I don't know what happened. I just dropped the damsel on the plinth. And then he exploded. I didn't bomb. And the bomb would have taken time to... Oh, it was the orange frog. The plant ate the orange frog, which explodes on a delayed timer. Crap. Hang on, let me... Yeah, it doesn't seem like it should be doing that. Which is to say... Freeze. Oh, that's weird. Oh, my Vita television. What did you do? Oh, no. I'm gonna say there's something weird with the card. And that it's like hitching up on screens because it's trying to load Bob. Maybe it's time to back up those saves. Yeah, but I'd have to wait. I'd have to get up. I'd have to go to the other room. I'd have to get the Vita. I'd have to plug it into the charger via USB. Find like 20... Well, I guess I've got like space on a backup hard drive. I don't know. I just think the Vita TV card reader functionality is dying or like fucked in some capacity that I cannot explain. Whereas when I have it in the actual system, it's totally fine. I do blow on it, actually. Even things that don't need to be blown on. It helps. Luminous? I could be playing Luminous. Oh yeah, now it's fine. See, I bet this will immediately load and not get stuck at the white screen. Do I think someone's written a paper on why people aged 25 to 35 are so into nostalgia and the psychological relationships that form between their memories of what once was? No. But I can tell you the reason. It's because everything now is shit. And I'm pretty sure, but I can't prove it, it used to not be as bad. Somebody did write a paper on... Oh god, what is it? I found this earlier today. I don't even know what I was looking for. Mentally ill and cute as hell. What is this paper? Yeah, there it is. I didn't even know what I was searching to come across that. Portrayal of self-injury in Japanese popular culture. Sorry, the title had to load. I always forget that there are journals for things that are not, like, life sciences. Like, oh yeah, you can just write about other subjects. Don't know why you'd want to. If you're not writing mediocre bio-sci papers and having me review them like 6 times, what are you doing? It is kind of weird also that, like, the card reader will either, like, A, not read the card, or B, read the card but very slowly. So that, like, the I/O on the Vita TV is so chunked up that the thing just hitches loading a JPEG. You know, like, I could believe, oh, like, the solder joints on this are bad, or something. But I don't know how it would be, like, only intermittently working. Oh. There's never been a video game with a good, like, oh, you can only see this much of the screen mechanic. I don't think anybody likes this. I like that the little, like, arrow shooter things have eyes that are on fire. But other than that, it is just not very fun, and I don't think it will ever be fun. Oh, I hate this thing. No, no, just get away. I mean, I guess I need it. It's probably a waste. What about RTS? Yeah, no, I mean, I guess a Fog of War system for that is good, but I'm thinking, like, platformers. Like, oh, it's dark, you can only see in this little circle around your dude. Man. I played so few RTS. Like, Age of Empires 3, because it was on a Games for Windows live sale for 97 cents. They should bring back the brothel and Spelunky too. You know, it's like having a cat cafe. If you have the dogs as damsels, you just show up and pay to get licked. There's no one over there. Good. Oh, God. Spelunky is the Massachusetts DMV of video games. Which is to say, I get why I died, but I do not agree with what they're doing in principle. I get that it abides by a very rigid and unflinching set of rules, but also, man... Rocket Studio. God, that just looks like a fake game development thing.
Luminous Electronic Symphony.
It's like a game developer for Xbox Live arcade games.
Voyage.
Ugh. This touchpad feels weird. Not like there's something wrong with it, or it's like covered in grease kind of weird. Just like a general... Oh, I forgot it felt kind of like that. There's a specific feeling of touching something that I could not describe in any other way other than like the touch equivalent of umami. I have no idea how to even like put this in words that make sense. But it's I don't even, how would you describe, like slightly slippery, but like in like a marginally like wet with a little bit of extra resistance, more so than you'd expect kind of way, that like, you know, you do a little bit of touching and it's okay, and then you do a bit more and it's like, oh, no, that's too much MSG on this. What's an example? Like, the feeling of like touching your own hand for too long? I don't know. Like when I'd be out walking for a couple of hours, it's this weird like unpleasant skin on skin feeling that also for some reason is reminiscent of like touching the touchpad on the PS4. I don't know what I'm talking about. But I also know what I'm talking about at a very intuitive level. It is just not possible to convey. And to clarify, the Vita does not feel wet. It's... Okay, imagine a slice of bologna. And at first you're touching the bologna and you're like, yeah, this is alright. I like bologna. But then you're touching the bologna for too long, and it's like, ah, I don't want to keep touching this bologna. That's too much bologna for me. If you relate to that, good job. Also, I'm sorry if you don't. One day you will. Is the Vita sticky? Mine's not. It's not about the stickiness, it's about the slight, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. It's like trying to describe what a color is. It's just like a feeling that makes you go like, ugh. Oh, that's too much feeling. Oh, it's also very hard to look at the chat when I do this. But it's not like a slippery feeling, it's like a... Like there's slightly more resistance than expected in a I'm touching this too much kind of way. I don't know. I will come up with a name and patent it and then write a paper on that. Oops, that should have gone over there. Can you patent a feeling? I feel like you should be able to. I definitely rotated that. Did not do it. Oops. I haven't played Puyo in a while. I hope I still remember how to play that. I hope I still remember how to drive. I guess it doesn't matter now. Man, I even sat in my car today for good luck. Started it up for the first time in probably like 2 months. Like reinflated all the tires because one of them is slightly low, and by slightly I mean I think it was at 0 after like 4 months because I think the valve stem is bad. But regardless, I was like ready to go. I was priming that car for good luck. That never came. All because one form did not have identical medical information that the other form did. Also, I want a pizza. Do not have a pizza. Stomach's been mad at me all day. Post RMV hearing, I've just been in such a shitty mood. And I feel like I'm justified to be in a shitty mood, but at the same time, like, I guess I'll take advantage of it to not spend money on food, because I have to spend money on transportation. What happened to my car? I had nothing. It's sitting there waiting to be driven fruitlessly. Because the world is a fuck. Are they still selling those, like, Etsy witch curses? Can I buy a few of those? At the very least, this whole situation has left me with a lot of names I'd like to hex. The ones that work are really expensive. That's okay. Oh, that was actually a total waste because I already had this piece coming up. For some reason I thought it was going to make the next one a clear piece, but it didn't. Yes, I haven't had a license since the end of September. Or I have had a license, I'm just not allowed to drive. thought it got resolved. Yeah, well, it didn't. Actually. Like, it did. But the Massachusetts Registry of Motor Vehicles is weirdly punitive for no real reason. So they're still not allowing me to drive in the state of Massachusetts. This time because the medical forms are not identical between psychiatry and like regular internal medicine hospital dude. PCP, Dr. Bro, who's actually a lady doctor. Something, we call those doctors, etc. No, whatever. Yeah, it's fine. Like, not to harp on it, I cannot believe still that one of the reasons that they cited as being a problem for me getting the license restored was that one of the forms said Ativan and the other one said lorazepam, and they did not know they're the same, and they apparently have to be the same on both forms. Like, can you not Google that? Also, it doesn't matter. Like, what's the point of having this whole thing where, oh, here's a box for you to check, you know, is so-and-so under your care okay to drive? Explain what the problem is, explain how the meds might interact, explain, you know, the protective factors at play so it doesn't happen again. Okay, we did all of that, but also just for, like, purely petty, bureaucratic reasons, you know, we're not going to let you submit this form. You're gonna have to do it again. I filled them all out again and then sent them all to my providers again today. I was not sure if I should have written the full name of every drug out in terms of both generic and trade name, but I just wrote the generic name for everything. And if they come back and say, oh sorry, we need the trade name for these drugs, the generic one does not count, I am going to implode. It is going to be like the Titanic submarine. Well, I mean the submarine, not the Titanic itself. The Ocean View? I don't even remember the company. The thing everybody was talking about briefly and then no one talks about again. The Logitech controller sub. Kind of bad problem in this game sometimes where I just like line things up slightly off. Like I'm one column to the left or the right of where I actually want to be. Oh, Ocean Gate, that's right. It's already pre-named for Scandal. Oh, the way that background is moving is starting to make me sick. Please stop rotating. Okay, thank you. This music makes me want to play Little Big Planet, which I think I only ever played through like once or twice and downloaded some levels and everything, and never again. I never played any of the sequels. Oops, I put that in the wrong spot. There's one on the Vita, but also I don't think I could play it because I think it requires the back touchpad. I've still not figured out why mine does not work. All I know is that it doesn't. Although they also had that, like, Little Big Planet port on the PSP. It was an interesting game, but the jumping physics were always very weird. It never felt like a real platformer. You know, in the same way that, like, Mario or Sonic or Bonk did. The three main platforming mascots we all know. The original Rayman, pre-Rabid. I don't know. Guess that goes there. Oh, we overshot that. Oh, it's hard to play and talk. Chat's on another monitor as well. Shouldn't have put that there.
Yesterday, when I was mad.
Yeah, the messages fly across the screen. Is there still a Nico Nico website? I haven't heard that name come up for like a decade, maybe longer. I mean, it feels like it should still exist in the same way that everything, you know, like, pillar of the old internet in Japan still exists, be it like GeoCities or anything. Do I exist? I don't know. I guess I have to exist or else there'd be, like, nothing for the RMV to deny. I think, therefore, my license is suspended. I'm a doctor of philosophy. I know what I'm talking about. All of my thoughts are inherently philosophical. Literally Plato. Random beeping sound effects. It's like no excuse not to make music if this is the comparison sometimes. It's like that one video. Oh, ow, my foot. Oh, it's so numb. Don't know how to sit in a chair. It's like Dr. Dre cooks up a horrid beat. I forget, I don't think YouTube works. If there's a thing open, I think it'll say it ran out of memory. It's probably gonna prompt me to close it. Oh yeah, I forgot about that video. Give me the loading box. Give me the loading box. Oh. Give me the pizza. Give me the eggs. Dang. It's just gonna load up that one JPEG. I'm glad you remember pumpkin food, despite it being like 20 years ago. The only food you want to remember is food use. I watched the Wolf Pit review the Cheez-It pizza today, and I don't think he was very impressed, because when he ate the food, he only gave it a 4. Or at least one of them. He reviewed all 3 types of Cheez-It pizza. I don't remember him being hugely impressed. He said the cheese on the Cheez-It pizza looked good. Which, I mean, I guess you'd hope that would be the case. That being said, I would absolutely eat a whole one of those and then eat like 4 more of them. Today I made oatmeal and ate it to clarify. Oh, that makes the little wild piece go away if you hit the shuffle on it. Why did I watch that? I can't! I don't have enough memory. I got Luminous open. I'm on the Danganronpa 2 themed level. I just like watching people review food. Like, I like to eat. When I was at the driver retraining driver's ed program that they required me to go to, I would say at least 80% of the people in the room listed their interests as eating. Because we had to introduce each other. Whereas I put mine as cooking. Depressing experience. I like doodling in the margins, but that's about it. It was 8 hours and it was... I don't even remember if I talked about this on stream or not. Like, I had multiple streams afterwards, but also I was probably, like, zooted on Ambien for all of them, so I don't remember. But, like, it was so incredibly remedial. Every aspect of the class is like, you're running late. Should you, A, at speed, pick up your phone and call your boss and say I'm running late, or B, should you pull off to the side of the road to use your phone? I'll give you 5 minutes to answer this. And it's multiple choice. And it's 8 hours of that all day. Everyone is sick. The guy in front of me like gets up to barf like 5 times. No exaggeration. Everyone also had somebody sitting next to them, except for me, because nobody wanted to sit next to me for some reason. I don't know why. Didn't list my hobby as eating. No, it's true. I didn't. The whole thing was just like that, and then they'd have these like forced participation bits where like, oh, does anybody know when you're allowed to turn right on red? That's right, all the time, unless it says you can't. Break out into small groups. Everyone, present your group's answer. The person teaching the course said to me at some point, like, wow, you know all these answers. Did you take this class before? I was like, no, I just have a driver's license. What do people not know? Everyone just show up in the class and just very overtly not want to be there. Oh, this sucks. I hate being here. Why are they making me take this? It's like the person teaching it has nothing to do with whatever is going on the other side of the RMV. you've already paid if you're here. You might as well just sit there and let it elapse over 8 hours. And then I went to work all day and got back at midnight after that. It's all been such an exhausting process for no reason. I can't imagine being a teacher for that class. I got up after the first break because everybody was just like, I don't know. What I'm trying to say is I'm a miserable teacher's pet and a terrible human being because I got up after the first break and was like, I don't know how you have the patience to teach this class, but I admire it somehow. Yeah, maybe I was like schmoozing for credit, but still. You know, it's like, let's read from the book. Open your book to page 45. To sit here and read from it slowly, and then we're gonna watch a video, and the video's like, here's a demonstration of someone who goes out to a bar, and then he gets in a car, and then the car explodes, but we don't have a budget for that, so we're gonna have it explode off screen and just play the sound effect. And it's gonna be the same sound effect in every single video. And it was always the same blue Mazda in every single video. That or like one of the Teslas. They should have had the Wilhelm scream in it. That would have been very funny. It just makes me wonder though, like how did they find the people that make these videos? Like how do you get contracted out to make something as part of like the National Driver Safety Council or whatever it was called? I will say the highlight of it was that there was a vending machine in the room and I ate like 3 Snickers. However, I think that also probably cost me like $6. I really thought I was gonna get sick from something though, because the guy in front was like, honest to God, every time there'd be a break, he would just lay down flat on all of the chairs, hand across his chest like a mummy or a corpse, and then get up and then barf. It was a very small room, so you could just hear him barf. Or like the other person who was sitting like catty-corner to me, like, oh, I got 5 kids and they all have COVID. Which is why I have to take a phone call in the middle of this class. One guy who brought multiple cell phones, so you could just put one on the desk and then use the other one underneath the table and not get called out on it. Which, I mean, is a genius move, to be fair. Is my license still suspended because I bumped into the police car? Yeah, except it was not a police car, it was just a dude who happened to be a cop. It's a plainclothes police car. It was Officer Peebles, yeah, there you go. All the way up from Maryland to torment me. Years later. And yesterday I was walking into work and was thinking like, man, this walk sucks. It's incredibly boring and there's nothing to look at. I'm so tired of doing it and I'm glad this is the last time I'll ever have to do it. That'll be my motivation for finishing it and walking into work. Gotta do it again. Oh, I know the name of all of them. All 5 officers who were involved. However, it is too much money to spend on Etsy witches all at once. I'm mostly just waiting to be hit by a car. So when the cops show up, I'll just make a big scene of it and be like, "You people did this to me. You could have let me drive. Safe by a seatbelt and airbags, but you didn't." I thought when I had the hearing, everything would be automatic. And then I'd get it back, but apparently no. I do use public transportation, but it doesn't go where I work, really. Like, I take the train to get there as close as I can, and then I just walk the rest. And it's like 5 miles.
The sun rising.
Sure. Oh. That's not very convenient. Sorry to complain. Oops. Is this the same guy that did Shinin' in the original Luminous? Kind of sounds like it. Volume's not up very high though, so I'm not sure. Speaking of the original Luminous, is there a good replacement PSP battery? I bought some, like, maybe a decade ago off eBay, and they were, like, totally DOA. And then I bought one of the official long life ones, the extended capacity Sony ones. It was fine, but it would get to like 1 pip on the battery meter and then die. So I guess it had some dead cells that were not being reported correctly. And then when I went to visit my family over the holidays, the thing had just inflated, like, shockingly badly. I mean, I assume someone's got to make good third-party alternative batteries, but like,
707.
I don't know. That last one I had was just so defunct that I kind of just assume that maybe they all are. No one really talks about the PSP anymore, I don't think. All the little, like, bespoke Chinese emulation things seem to have, like, totally superseded that. Nobody's talking about using, like, Gen plus GX on the PSP anymore. Trying to emulate Mario with dataless X64 and it runs at like 18 FPS and you think, wow, this will actually be updated and be full speed one day and it'll be great and they'll get the Media Engine emulation working and use both processors of the PSP and it won't crash all the time. But then it doesn't. It's really depressing how I keep thinking about that one time I woke up at like 5 a.m. and ate that whole frozen pizza and then popped some Seroquel and went back to bed and slept for like 5 more hours with a belly full of pizza and pepperoni and cheese. I keep thinking back to that memory because it was so good. It's so attainable. I could just go and get a frozen pizza at any time. Eat it on the couch under the heated blanket. Fall back asleep. It's also permanently attached to playing Twilight Princess, which I do kind of look back upon fondly. Like streaming that.
Flying high.
It's true, dreams can happen twice. I'm trying to be good though. I'm trying to do all that walking and have it make a difference. Although I don't think the scale's really moved. Which means it's just like my car. Such a good frozen pizza though, and I think that's the last time I had that one. That like all meat Detroit style frozen pizza. I might have eaten a whole box of Cheez-Its like 2 days ago though. And I ate like a full bag of cheese curls twice this week after walking into work. Reviewing that paper or some other stuff I was writing. They're gross. Like, they're good. But you never feel good after eating a whole bag of cheese curls.
State of consciousness.
And you're never satisfied after eating them either, because I guess they're mostly just air. Which is to say, if you put a bag in front of me, I would destroy the whole thing right now. I haven't found any new puzzle games. It's an old puzzle game. It's on the Vita. So like one of the 3 puzzle games I'm good at, quote unquote good. Can like play halfway decently. It's like Puyo, Panel de Pon, and this. Oh. No. Oh, I screwed that up. Still bad at Tetris. I'm gonna be bad at Tetris forever. Parasocial 10+ years of watching the content. Thanks. There's a period in like late December where I was like really gung-ho about hopping on the real channel. But then like, now I just work from like 5:30 to midnight. Plus whatever I do during the day. It varies, but all the time I would have probably spent like streaming or doing something. It's just kind of been eaten by this project at the moment. She might say, oh, that's an excuse. You haven't done it for a long time, and you're right. However, I would like to. At least the Pikmin on the Pikmin app are happy. Maybe they're working in cahoots with the DMV. Make sure I never get my license back. Just walk forever and make the Pikmin happy. Give Nintendo like $2 every month to increase my Pikmin storage capacity. I'm gonna start taking pictures of myself in my car looking sad and just send them to the DMV and see what they think. Guys, please. My car needs a friend. It's old. Yeah, send them the food tip videos. Here's a list of my diagnoses, and it's just a list of the food tip videos. Somewhere in Europe. I mean, if somebody wants to like arbitrarily marry me for citizenship reasons, I'm not opposed. I'll make you bread. For as long as we have to keep up the marriage charade, then I'll stop making you bread. Yeah, marry me with my money.
Apollo Throwdown.
I'm sure there's a 90 Day Fiancé channel on my TV. In the same way that there's an Infinite Pawn Stars channel. Which, weirdly, I don't know how this works, but, like, I don't know if there's a certain number of episodes that they will play on that channel, or if there is, like, a certain number of episodes per day they will play on that channel. But they arbitrarily loop in a way where, like, if you watch it for 3 hours, you just start seeing the same episodes of Pawn Stars over and over. Which is probably my clue to stop watching it at that point, but I keep doing it. It's like, yeah, I could get up, I could change the channel, or I could just watch them, like, buy this Coke salesman sample, you know, bottle display carrier again. Could watch Corey buy the Sarah Leah motorcycle. Could watch the guy who says that's an insult to the Pez community the 5th time. Weirdly, they don't play any of the spin-offs, like Pawnography, the game show with Rick Harrison and the other Pawn Stars mooks in it. Or Cajun Pawn Stars. I think they had another Pawn Stars that was some other location-based spin-off, but I don't remember what it was. Maybe it was like Pawn Stars UK. Oh yeah, of course there's Hardcore Pawn. That's not in the Pawn Stars menagerie of brands.
Celebrate annual.
It's weird to say, but weirdly, Pawn Stars is surprisingly more highbrow than Hardcore Pawn. Which I feel like just exists because... I don't know. It's half like poverty tourism, but also half like, what if we make a show and it's just, I don't know, like justifying every negative impulse you've had about every single possible racial stereotype you can imagine. Especially the guy who's like, oh, this couch is so dirty, I'm not buying your dirty ass couch. That's not how we do deals in Jersey. Oh. Yeah, I gotta quit the game. I can't go to the browser immediately. I gotta put things in the world block.
Welcome. More modes.
No, I gotta check the world block. Oh god, this touch menu on a touchpad. World block.
World block.
Oh, I did it. Wow, only 1.9,088,908 blocks to go. 9 hours of sleep. I'd like that. I could, no, 13 players contributed. I did 2,200. Which is to say, like, 15% of the total? Slightly more, like 1/7, 6. God, it's so depressing just having all of these games slowly die. I don't know why this is the only time it's actually said it's contributed. Versus, like, I don't know. Here's your contribution, unable to confirm. I don't know what that means. The background's cool. The little graphical effect of it drawing out the map. Reminds me of like Metal Gear Solid 3. I bet that's just the video though. I bet it's not rendering that. Come on, load. Give me m.youtube. Give me spamton3. Oh, I actually have to close these. I thought it would prompt me to close them and then close them, but it didn't. So sad they got rid of the Google search functionality. I wonder if that happened on the same day that the Dreamcast functionality was taken out. Some, like, browser security update. Oh god. Search bar. No. I'm not trying to load this time. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh god, this poor Vita. Search. Searching. Sergeant Promotion. Sergeant Pepsi. Sergeant Brun. Hard cover or hard fisted? Hardcore pawn. Oh, I should have just typed it. I shouldn't actually interact with the interface. Yeah. Jersey. I think it just works if you go to the YouTube page, or at least like m.youtube. Dirty couch pawn, that's the one. I mean, I feel like if I pulled out any of my old smartphones from college, this would probably be roughly the same experience. Browse YouTube on the Galaxy S2. It was the AT&T variant, so it was the Galaxy S2 Skyrocket that had a 1 gigahertz Snapdragon processor that I thought was impressive. Is it even loading? No. I forget what I did. Oh, maybe it is. Hashtag bottom. That's not the video. This isn't even close to being on the screen. Wait, what? Did it go back to this? No. Wait. Oh, God. That's not it, though. It's none of these. I wonder if it loads comments. Well, it does. Behind here somewhere. I assume this has history. I bet this website does not work. PS3 baby ad official HQ. 123enjoy.net. Oh, I just want to watch Dirty Couch Pawn. That's it. That's all I want. Give me Dirty Couch Pawn. Yeah. Hardcore Pawn Jersey. Yup. Yup. I should just favorite every single page with a video that I might want to watch again at some point. Dirty Couch Pawn. Wow, Dirty Couch full scene. No, that sounds better. That's even more content. Old man threatens less about his wife. Please. I just want Dirty Couch full scene. Hashtag True TV. Hashtag scene. Hashtag Hardcore Pawn. Is he beating up a dude in a wheelchair? I don't know. It kind of looks like that. I don't think it's a wheelchair. I think he's just pushing him, and the tracksuit looks like the outline of a wheel. But Hardcore Pawn is the kind of show where, you know, if a man beat up another man in a wheelchair, I would totally believe it. Oh God, please. Please. What if... Do I have to click the 3 dots? No? How do I make that go away now? Oh, okay. What did I do yesterday? Oh, open in new window. Sleep drug addled brain yesterday figured this out. Yes, Dirty Couch hashtag scene. Give me Dirty Couch. Give me Dirty Couch now. 15 oh no! Wait, I forget what I had to do to make this not just play the ad repeatedly. Eventually, I think it just worked. I always forget YouTube has ads. Well, no, if I watch it, it doesn't finish it? Yes, Dirty Couch.
We just bought a house and she sent me here. She said, see what you can pick up.
Perfect, let's find some.
Like, I'll bet you can make a deal with this one over.
I'll bet I could.
Yeah. See, this is more in my price range.
I'm good with it.
You know what I'm saying? You gonna clean all that up before I buy it?
That's why it's so inexpensive right now.
Really?
Yeah.
I gotta tell you, man.
$400.
We have used furniture, and we give deals. Our
Please
used
do not sit on
sometimes
furniture.
has things on it.
Why is it so freaking dirty, man?
Because it's used. That's why it's $397.77.
Really? Well, I only got $200.
Gently enjoyed. Don't sit on it.
I'll tell you what, my shoes are cleaner than this couch.
Then don't buy it.
Make me a deal. I got cash in my pocket, man.
Wow,
Come on, man.
$200.
Come on.
I've got cash in my pocket.
This is not the way we operate in New Jersey.
This is not the way we operate in New Jersey. I gotta start saying that more frequently.
Sitting out here farting.
This was actually my couch. We had a reupholstered and I gave it to Ashley.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Is that your daughter?
That's my daughter.
She must be nasty too.
Good. No! Wait, this isn't the full... Oh, never mind. Good, I'm glad they cut midway.
Really?
Yeah. We had a reupholstered and I gave it to Ashley.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Is that your daughter?
That's my daughter.
She must be nasty too.
Who the hell does this guy
Should pay him
think he is?
$200 just for
Coming
coming up
into
with a
my
quip
store
that
and
good.
insulting my family? Okay, it's time to go.
Come on, man.
Come on. Here we go.
Come on, man.
Here, come
Yeah,
on.
man. Come on. Don't make my. Come on, man. Play with
Jersey, man! I love how it's all bleeped out except Jersey.
Walk out, my man. I don't know how the hell y'all do it in New Jersey, but Detroit, you don't come to a man's house disrespecting him, you don't jump on the furniture, you don't insult his daughter, and you don't insult his 7-foot, 400-pound bodyguard.
His couch was gross, though.
someplace
That's
else,
the taste
man.
of Detroit.
I got $200.
Yes, sir.
I'm going someplace else.
That's the dirty D right there, baby.
I'm walking to random businesses like, I got $200.
I think he went back to New Jersey, sir.
Yeah, I know I'm just in the Starbucks to use the bathroom, but you need to know I could pay for it. Oh god, all these old cars. Thanks, True TV. Thanks, Jersey. Oh, it's 1:30. I'm gonna go to bed. Thanks for hanging out. Maybe I'll have a driver's license one day. Bye from Jersey.